Hey guys, how's it going? Andrew here, Enough Said Cards on Monday evening. Hope you're all doing well. You have just seen for the first time my new video intro and new channel logo that my son Charlie helped me make, and I think it turned out really well. Let me know what you think in the comments. And Charlie is the tech guy in our family, and would not have been able to make that without his help, so thanks, Charlie. For tonight's video, just wanted to show you the lowest graded cards in my collection. And I've talked a lot in the past about how the grades really don't matter much to me. It's more about what the card looks like, the eye appeal. And, some of my favorite cards are very low grade. Everything you're gonna see tonight is either a 1 or a 1.5. And, when I'm searching for cards on eBay, one of my favorite things to look up and search on eBay is I'll put in like SGC 1.1 or SGC 1.5, or do the same thing for PSA and just see what comes up. You can sort them by price or whatever. Anyhow, let's just get right into the cards. These are in no particular order, but 1924 Diaz Cigarettes Grover Cleveland Alexander. This is a 1.5. And I made a video about this one and also the next card you're going to see. This is actually the highest graded example of this card. But I think it looks pretty good for a 1.5. And along with that one, I bought this one at the same time. Walter Johnson. This is from the same set. This is a 1, and obviously has some holes there. It's believed that those were cancellations from the company. You would send the cards back in and get an album. And those are both pretty tough cards. So that's the kind of card I would take pretty much in any condition I could get. This next one here, I actually looked for a red background Ty Cobb for a long time. And I'm kind of picky about registration and color. And this is a PSA 1. And in my opinion, it's probably one of the nicer ones you would ever see. I really like the registration is nearly perfect on that one. And the grade is due to the damage on the back from scrapbook removal and some residue from some glue or whatever. But I think the front looks great. I was really happy to get that one. All right, T206 Cy Young Portrait. This is a PSA 1.5. Another one. This one, shows a lot more wear than the Cobb on the front anyway. You can see the obviously rounded corners, but the image itself is very strong. Nice dark background color there and great registration also. This is a General Bacon Company D304 Ty Cobb and SGC 1. Another really tough card that I would pretty much take in whatever condition I could get. I didn't want one with major damage on the front. My friend Brian B. Roth 6 helped me find this one. He actually found it and alerted me to it. Was able to make a deal and pick it up. So thank you, Brian. Pretty obvious damage, but the image itself is not too bad. There's some the creasing actually looks, I think, worse on the video than it actually does. But some paper loss there on the bottom. Thankfully, his name is still there. And the back is not terrible. Was really happy to get this one. In any higher grade, I would not have been able to afford this card. So thrilled to have that one. Just talked about this one last week, so I'm not going to talk too much about this, but man, I'm psyched to have this card. I've been staring at this for about the last week and a half. SGC 1 E107 Cy Young. If you didn't catch my last video, you can take a look at that. I talk in depth about the card and the set. This is a 1922 Nielsen's Chocolate V61 Babe Ruth Type 1. And it's SGC 1.5. Has some creasing on the front, but Not too terrible. Doesn't really interfere much. And the back is pretty clean. A lot of times on these Nielsen's, for whatever reason, there's paper loss down here. I'm not sure if it's because of how they were inserted in the candy packages or what, but a lot of times you'll see that. This one's not too bad. Another Babe Ruth. This is a 1921 to 1923 National Caramel E220. This is a SGC 1.5. And this is one of my favorite cards. I really love this image. Got the American flag there in the background. And I got this one at the White Plains show a couple years ago. Another pretty tough card. Happy to get this. Really in any condition, but I think the image is pretty strong, all things considered. Got this one recently also. My friend Mike Armstrong found this one for me at the Philly show. It's the SGC 1 1890 N310 John L. Sullivan. And the damage or the creasing, it's almost kind of hidden. You can't really, from arm's length, you don't even really notice it that much. And there's some staining and damage on the back, but with the blank back, it doesn't really bother me at all. Another pretty tough card. Thank you, Mike, for finding that one. And this one, this is a card that's pretty special to me. My wife actually got this for me before we were married. The one time I was able to drag her to a card show, I was hemming and hawing over this card, and went to the bathroom at one point, and she went back to the table and bought it for me. And this is a T207 Tris speaker, SGC 1. T207s are pretty tough. This one has some obvious damage on the back there. But that's a card that will always be in my collection. That one here. Now some postcards. 1912 Boston Red Sox champions of the American League. This one is Photo Art Shop. Doesn't say it on the label there, but SGC 1.5. Look at the front. It's just absolutely beautiful. Pretty flawless image. And because the way they grade postcards with the writing on the back, it's automatic, I guess down to a 1.5, but I actually kind of prefer on a postcard having the writing with the postmark. You can see 1912 there, November 10th, 1912. Another one, this is the 1907 Morgan Stationery. This is Safe. This is a set of cards. That one's called Safe. This is called the Red Belt set sometimes. And that's Jimmy Collins. This is, I've seen the photograph that this was based off of, but really beautiful picture there. That's the Huntington Avenue grounds where the Red Sox played prior to Fenway. And this one's postmarked October 1909. And this is was postmarked in Canada. Kind of a neat message on the back there also. This is one I got this past year, and I did a video on this, 1910 real photo postcard of the Pittsburgh Pirates with Honus Wagner there on the end. A couple other Hall of Famers and stars. This one you can pretty obviously see the damage, but I just really like this. This was taken at spring training. And can't really make out the date, March 25th from Hot Springs, which is where Pittsburgh had spring training back then, along with the Red Sox also had spring training there. 2 cards left. This is a 1906 to 1907 Sporting Life team postcard of the Red Sox, W601 series. These are really tough. I had bid on a higher grade of the same postcard, lost out on it, and I knew someone that had this, made an offer, and I wasn't really, I thought about waiting for a kind of nicer version of this, but I'm glad I didn't, because you just don't see these. I don't think I've seen another one since I bought this one, which was several years ago. So there's some, you can see part of the postmark there on the front and obvious writing. Prior to 1907, the messages had to be on the front of the card. The back, before they split the backs, the back was only for the address. It says this side for address only. But this one has Cy Young, Jimmy Collins there in the center. Really happy to have that one. I have another one from that set with Branch Rickey on it. And finally, a 1908 A.C. Williams postcard of Cy Young's SGC 1.5. I bought this one raw also and submitted it. And I just love that image. This is from Cy Young Day in 1908. I've talked about this before. It's postmarked like the day after, 2 days after. And the message talks about Cy Young Day. So another very low grade, but I think it presents really well. And, you know, I would encourage you, especially if you're collecting older stuff, or, you know, if you want to add a really expensive card to your collection, don't, you know, decide that you don't want, or, you know, wouldn't consider a lower grade. I've been very happy to pick all of these up, and they're all low grade. I have a lot of 2s also, but didn't want this video to go on for too long. So, you know, it's something to consider. And, you know, these are some of my favorite cards in my collection. So thanks, guys. That's it for tonight. I will catch up with you soon. Take care. Bye.